Hey guys, how you doing this afternoon? Okay, so I actually did the reading for today yesterday because today in Hawaii, what time is it at? 10, 12, 50, like 10:50 tonight, pretty much close to 11 o'clock, we will have the new moon in Aries. And actually the moon is in Aries right now, but it's not exact until tonight about almost 11 o'clock. The sun is in Aries, the moon is in Aries. I'm not even going to tell you what the numbers for the day is because I'm not looking at my information, but all I know is there's a lot of synchronicities going on right now. And you're going to find that synchronicities are speeding up. Things are beginning to progress. Things are finally moving forward after it seemed like your emergency brakes were on. So, even though I did the reading for today, I just had a feeling there were some people out there who I didn't catch, and they're telling me to do another reading. So here I am. You guys know me. I'm going to listen to, not necessarily listen to what I'm told, but listen to Spirit. When Spirit says, sit down and do a reading, I mean, they're going to poke at me and poke at me and poke at me until I finally do it. So today is March 4th, Thursday. It's the new moon in Aries. Now there's a definite split. There's people who are jazzed, and then there's people who are angry. Now a lot of you guys, if you have some kind of square in your natal, you're going to be like really angry. And then there's others who have like an opposition, so they're irritated. I'm seeing that everywhere today. And if you don't have any squares or oppositions in your natal chart, now you're probably feeling pretty energetic, or you may just feel like you have a little bit of energy. Sometimes people can mistake that for anxiety, like constantly having to use the bathroom. If it's your time of the month for the females, you're going to find that it's still going even though you should have been done, because Aries is, it's high speed. It's high speed and it's fire. Okay, when the lava was flowing last year during the Aries season, the more planets that moved into Aries, the faster it flowed. So, you know, anything that's a flow is going to flow faster during Aries. Kind of sucks. But just saying, like, if you cut yourself or accidentally hurt yourself around this time, you're going to find that it's going to bleed longer than usual. It's going to seem like your blood is thinner or there's, like, so much blood, but that's just the Aries energy. I am on lunch right now. I closed my door, but here I am working. They told me to, so gotta do what they say. When the angels speak, when the universe speaks, I listen and I obey. I listen to no man, literally and figuratively. I'm going to pull a couple more cards. Now, today I'm using the Parrot Tarot, and this particular deck has 4 cards in honor of Chiron, because there's a huge amount of healing, and Chiron is in the calendar this week. Not that it isn't in the calendar, but when there's extraordinary energy happening, if there's a prominent transit, and there is, that's completely irrelevant to this new moon in Aries. Oh, wow. Everything's falling everywhere. Okay, those around that. These came out together. And this is this way, so this is reversed. How did it come out like that? Yeah, reversed. Okay, so let's begin. I chose this deck because there's an extraordinary amount of healing right now. Now that we're in the new moon in Aries, we just came out of a stellium in Pisces. So a lot of you guys were having dreams, nightmares, vision. You were having extraordinary insight. A lot of people reached enlightenment, and with Neptune and also being in Pisces, actually, what, 3 or 4 planets? I can't even remember. But the point is, there's a lot of Piscean energy. So some of you guys have been able to break through the veil, meaning that you might have had contact with somebody who's passed, or you could have heard them speaking. With Uranus in Taurus, we have the component of interdimensional communication, along with Neptune being in its home sign of Pisces. So you literally can hear voices from the past in physically, mentally, and spiritually. I just had somebody this morning say that they were kind of tripping because they were able to speak to a relative in their dream, and it freaked them out, and it was their chance to unburden themselves with the things that they could not say while they were alive, and they were lucky enough to be lucid enough to express these things. So there's a little bit more than just there's a little bit more to healing in your sleep than just healing in your sleep. There are a multitude of ways that it is happening. It's happening. And when I tell you guys something, always take it mentally, physically, and spiritually, because it doesn't happen the same way for everyone. Okay, first card, 7 of Swords. The veil is lifting. 7 of Swords can be deceit, betrayal, lies. It can be somebody speaking against you, or thinking against you. So it can be jealousy, or somebody who's trying to block your way. 7 of Swords is a block, some kind of deception. And then we have Queen of Cups. These all came out separately. So I'm going to explain the cards and then see what the connection is. These all came out singly, so this is information for each specific card, plus they're tied together. When I get multiple cards like this is like one sentence or one idea, just in case you guys are trying to learn tarot. Opposition. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is empathy. She's love and compassion, understanding. And then we have the King of Wands. King of Wands is enthusiastic and dynamic. This is a person of action, most likely not a person of a lot of words, but this could be valor. This could be courage. New moon in Aries. Wands are fire energy. Okay, so this is also somebody who's very passionate. And then we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is about true love. It's real love. It's new love. It's renewed love. Okay, so this, in a relationship, this is the real thing. Okay, this is, I almost said the Ark of the Covenant. That's not what I meant. This is the Holy Grail. See that big ass cup with the wings in it? When you have real love, instead of feeling trapped, this real love actually gives you freedom. It gives you wings to fly. So we have these things going on, which is there's a lot of people who are speaking out against. There's a lot of deception. They're telling me, because these cards came out, it's like the energies that are present. It feels like the scene that's been set, and this is the story. So basically there's a lot of lies. There's a lot of people speaking out. There's a lot of people that aren't very clear. It feels like for people who are in a relationship, or for people who have had a repetitive problem that they're trying to solve because they know they have real love, This is, the veil is lifting. People are discovering whether they have real love or not. Okay, so for the twin flames, for the soulmates, for people who love each other, such as friends, neighbors, family, a lot of them are in this place of love. Very loving, kind, nurturing people, okay? And for the male energies in the same situation, in love relationships, in families, in business, friends around you, a lot of them are taking action and putting a lot of energy into taking action. And this is in regards to problems, okay? One person is loving, has a lot of empathy, and the other person is standing up and finally taking action. This is those who have real love. So this is what energy is present in the collective right now. It's almost like a stereotype, or this is the name of the game. This is the storyline. So let's get to the details, the actual story. This came out first. All right, what do we got? Wow, we've got two mentors. Okay, so Mentor of Swords and Mentor of Wands. Oh, wow. Holy shit. What I didn't do was get out my paper. I don't use this deck a lot, and one of these days I'm going to memorize what these actually mean. But the mentors are the Chiron cards, meaning that Chiron is involved in this situation. And right now, today, I believe we have Mars in Gemini, making a nice transit to Chiron and Aries. So there was like a lot of information coming out, a lot of discoveries, announcements, research, learning, knowledge. Knowledge is power. So there's like a lot of information coming out right now, or it's just beginning actually. So Mentor of Swords is the voice of air. It's a spiritual person who uses intellect or knowledge or information in service to divine. Okay, they serve to bring people together instead of taking sides, forcing division. Okay, they promote unity. And they also, this could also be a lesson about your strengths and your limitations of the mind. So a lot of you guys are learning that you have the power to change things. You have the power to change how you think. This could also be sudden physical violence, often some kind of rushed conclusion. This could be suddenly ending a relationship to killing somebody. There's that entire range of violence. So in this case, just so you guys know, those are all the possible meanings of this card, but taken with Nine of Swords, Hangman, and Mentor of Wands, what this is somebody is learning what they're made of, their strengths and limitations, okay? I don't feel physical violence in this. Somebody is moving towards, with Aquarius, we're in the age of Aquarius, okay? Aquarius is an air sign. So there's a lot of knowledge and information, and with Mars and Gemini too, it's people are realizing their own power and that it comes from knowledge and their thoughts. Okay, law of attraction, people are learning about the reality, the real reality. Okay, so Nine of Swords and Hangman. Nine of Swords is nightmares, it's fears. A lot of people are starting to realize that if they start feeling afraid, or they're worried about something, or if they're literally having a nightmare, that they need to just surrender. Okay, there is no need to be afraid. Fear is a response that we've learned. Okay, it's a conditioned action. It's a reaction. Okay, so that second that fear strikes you, you need to say, oh shit, oh well. And you know, if you guys have been watching me for a while, I say that quite a bit. Okay, oh shit, oh well. Somebody's realizing that if whatever energy they focus on, is exactly what they're going to get more of. So they're learning that they need to surrender, pull back, and look at things from a higher perspective. It's hard to remove the emotions out of it, especially when you're used to thinking emotionally. That's what fear is. It's adding emotions to your thoughts. Now we're just trying to remove the emotions so we have clear, rational, sensitive thoughts. That's in order to make whole decisions. Then we have Mentor of Wands. That's the voice of fire. So Mentor of Wands. This is someone spiritual sharing through teaching, okay? They love and they express fire. This could be an intense, transformative lesson that's all-consuming. And what it does, it's a trial by fire. When you're done, you are pure, okay? And you have been tempered, balanced. For some of you, the ones that resist, it's going to lead to burnout. It's literally spinning. And this can also represent somebody that has a light complexion, any gender, any age. But basically, this is a lesson that's being taught by either you or you're the one that's being schooled right now. So yeah, there's some serious schooling about knowledge and information going on right now. Interesting. Huge lesson. And the fact that we got two mentors, one air and one wands, meaning that you're thinking about this and you're putting these things into action. You are practicing releasing negative energies when they come to you, coming out balanced and whole. Then we have Six of Wands, the Strength card, and the Queen of Wands. So wow, that's freaking beautiful energy. Okay, guys, Six of Wands is about success and accolades. It's overcoming a major hurdle. It's also recognition and pats on the back for something you've done in the past. And then the Strength card is about being brave. It's about coming from a place of love. It's kind-hearted. It's taming your triggers. It's taming the beast that threatens to consume you. So there's a lot of people that are going through this fire, through this purification, and there's others that are watching them, others that have to stand by and watch them suffer and can't do anything about it. Queen of Wands is an Queen of Wands is an inspiration. The queen just fell. Okay, Queen of Wands is an inspiration. Okay, she confronts the problems head on. She has a zest for life. She's very energetic, enthusiastic, vibrant is the word that comes to mind. Okay, her heart is very, very open. She takes care of business. You see that? In this card, she's taming the beast. You see, like, the beast is like smiling and laughing, right? She's disarming with love. And then you have the Queen of Wands. Now she controls the pet. The lion is now sitting by her side for her use anytime she needs it. This is courage. This is courage. So you're building up your courage. 8 is also about Alpha and Omega. It's infinity. It's about legacy. You are showing your courage. Okay, you're building your courage. And then what happens is you turn into the queen. You always have courage at your side should you need it. Okay, once you bring a showing of courage, you know you can always access that courage at any time. So you might get props for becoming a hero, or for taking the lead, or for something that took a lot of courage to do or to stop doing. Then we have Death and the World card. These came out reversed. So I almost feel like, well, I have to read them reversed. These are the only two that came out reversed, and they came out separately. So it's not time yet for things to come together. I know you're wishing for it, but the time is not yet. You're still in the purification process. So the transformation is not yet complete, okay? World card and death card. The world card also to me represents your authentic self, and how once you come from your authentic self, that the entire world opens up for you and it's unlimited options, okay? Anything you want is yours. You have to ask for it, okay? But it's reversed. So this is taking place right now, and basically when you are done with this processing, you have exercised this and you have trained yourself, you will have been transformed, okay? And then suddenly everything's gonna come together. It's like flashes before your eyes. You're suddenly gonna make sense of a lot of things, and this is gonna change. You're already learning these lessons, as noted by these two mentors. These are lessons, okay? And these lessons are for you to incorporate in your legacy, okay? This is part of who you will become, okay? But the transformation is in the process. So you're not fully transformed yet, but obviously you're working on it. Good job, guys. Ooh, oh gosh, I hate when stuff, not that I hate when stuff comes out like that. When chunks come out and they're reversed, that means psychic downloads. April is a 7 universal year, so there is a whole shitload of downloads going on. 7 can also be enlightenment, okay? So what do we got here? These are all touching. Okay, I'm gonna get to this in a second. I'll leave that where that is. Oh, wow! Here's yet another mentor. Look at that. And it fell out on the other two mentors. So this is a mentor of cups. Now this isn't touching this, so there isn't, I take it that there isn't any fear right now, and that actually shows right here. The first card, 7 of Swords, along with, remember I said this was like setting the scene. What did I say? It was the veil. Sometimes I can't remember what I said. It was like the veil. So it's setting the scene. So a veil is literally like a curtain opening, like scene 1. As the curtain rises, we have the king and the queen in love. Okay, so the mentor of cups is something different. There's no fear and no nightmare here. This relationship has actual love. So let me read. Let me read what the mentor of cups says. The mentor of cups is the voice of water. Okay, this is a spiritual person with a sacred commitment to the sensual. This is also the difference between enjoying the finer things of life and sinking into sybaritic excess, meaning loving luxury or sensory pleasure. That's overload. This is the difference between what's real and what is too much. Okay, and at this time, you're learning about receptivity and reflectiveness in your relationships. I was wondering why this fell out by it, but it didn't actually touch it. So it meant it was like this group of learning, but this love is separate because you actually have love, and the rest has to do with the self. Okay, so this looks like it is more for couples and twin flames and soulmates, or somebody in a relationship, whereas this is separated as personal with the self. Everybody is experiencing this personally. Okay, so in the love relationships, you're learning about receptivity and reflectiveness, which is true. If you guys have real love, you guys are learning how to be vulnerable and learning how to open up to each other. It's also nurturing and healing of our own feelings about love. Being able to trust it, being able to be vulnerable, feeling safe in your love relationships. Wow. And it's about sensuality and sharing, but loving without possession, okay? Loving without owning. That's freedom. That's the wings. That's the wings I was talking about, yes. Okay, so First of all, there's a lot of work going on here. Wait a minute. I better shut up. It was reversed. Hold on. Initially, that's what popped into my head. Obviously, there is a lot of work because there's cards that are reversed. So what's going on is, and the fact that this fell out and touched the king, and it also touched taming the beast and being watched and rewarded and inspired by others and inspiring others by taming the beast, your triggers. Okay, so this is specifically for the divine male energy in the relationship. They're experiencing downloads, they're experiencing enlightenment, and there's a bunch of cards that are reversed right now. So what that means, in 2 or 3 days, these things are going to happen, or they're going to access the information. One, they're probably not working right now. They could be not necessarily in between jobs, but they could be sick, or there's some reason that they can't work right now. Like there's something wrong with the vehicle, or there's 2 more days before the job starts, or there's training going on. You're training for a job, but you haven't physically started work yet. What else? What else am I feeling with this? You could be feeling lazy. Or you could have had to take days off of work. And during this time when you're not working or not at work, this is when you're going to be alone by yourself. And when that happens, you know, you have to face yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, and you have all kinds of thoughts, right? I think that's what's going on here on these days off, and that's why this came out separately than this chunk. While they're off, this is what's going through their heads. Ooh. Okay, let me start with the first card. 3 of Pentacles. This is about working together with someone. So this could be a collaboration. This could be somebody wanting to work together in a relationship. This could be some kind of project, or this could be within the relationships. I need to help them more. So somebody, what we've been seeing was the divine males not really speaking much about things, but getting up and showing their love. Okay, and what they're doing is they're starting to help you out. They're starting to do things for you, whereas previously they were selfish and greedy, always expecting you to do for them. Now all of a sudden they're stepping up and they're doing things to surprise you. Little things like you come home and the lawn is mowed, or you come home and dinner's cooked. Just small, this is small, sweet surprises, or a collaboration on a project where they're finally working with you because they don't want to lose you and they realize that they have to step up. Okay, next card. Justice. Okay, for some of you guys, this is definitely justice in some kind of legal matter. This could be finally getting that divorce. This could be information that finally reveals that you were innocent, or this could be honest representation. At any rate, this represents the truth, and it's an 11. It's an 11 portal. Okay, so some people are wishing others would be exposed, or they could just be saying, speaking their mind, speaking their truth. I really want to work with you. I really want to do a project with you. I want to work with you. Let's get together. This can also be some kind of document or contract. Could be a one-time project. Could be a long-term project. For some, it's both. And then we have 7 of Pentacles. This can be frustration, okay, because you're waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to grow. This can also be aggression. Somebody can be irritated. People who have squares or oppositions in their chart, the Aries new moon may make them a little rawr. They may be the lion. So it's going to be a little bit of work to tame the beast. But, you know, this tells you to have patience, okay? They want to work with you, so be patient and let them go through their purification process so they can arrive at the point where they start moving, which is what they're doing anyways. They're already doing it. Wheel of Fortune, closing the door on the past. So there could be some people that are your divine male. Can't wait to unburden themselves of their past. Yesterday I channeled the song It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday from Boyz II Men, and this is making peace with the past, but wanting to do it quickly. Irritated that you can't resolve your feelings any faster. The Wheel of Fortune is also some kind of lucky and fated event. This is what do you call it? Winning against the big boss. If you're playing a video game, this is the boss level. You finished it. You beat the boss. Now you're leveling up. You're getting to the next level. You've graduated. So for many of you, you have graduated in life. Okay, you graduated in your education. You graduated in your knowledge. You've graduated into the higher timeline, into the higher vibration, into the higher perspective. That's what this is. Then we have the Hermit. A lot of you guys went through analysis paralysis where you had to be alone and think things through. But also some of you guys weren't working, so you had no choice but to reflect. For some, it was a forced isolation. For some, it was a voluntary isolation. This is, I need time to think. So somebody is taking a lot of time to think. Hermit is also Virgo energy. So this is 6th house, about health and service. Somebody's thinking about their health, what's serving their health, and they're also thinking about the healthy ways that they can serve others, or things that were unhealthy in the past that caused disappointment, fear, nightmares. This is regret. For some of you guys, there's a lot of people that are just dying. They're falling down like dominoes all around you. I have to tell you guys that these people, yes, they're good people, but they were firmly fixated in the 3D. Okay? And with the veil lifting, their energy is still here. Anytime we have a bunch of planets in Neptune or during Pisces season, we can reach through the veil and communicate. They are never gone. Their physical, the energy of their physical bodies is gone. It's transmuted. Okay, but their soul is an energy that cannot be destroyed. Their soul still exists. They are still here. We just can't see them because we're in the 3D. Now, there's been many, many good people that are gone. And I have to tell you guys, these people are not here anymore because they're part of teaching. They have taught the lessons that they were here to serve. They completed their purpose and their destiny in life. And sometimes their actual death can serve as a lesson for others also. Okay? Know that that was their purpose. Their love never dies. So that energy of love still exists. Okay? They are never truly gone. You are never truly alone. I just wanted to point that out. So there has been a lot of soul searching about how you've treated others in the past, and how that has been unhealthy for you. And there's a lot of sorrow connected to that, but this is a making peace with the past. And it's a purge because Hermit is number 9. You guys have purged a lot of this energy. I told you guys, the purification process. This is trial by fire that you guys are rising from. Okay? You are being reborn. Oh, look at that. 2 9s in a row. Okay? 9 of Cups. Happiness. I got goosebumps because this is also a wish card. You know, there's so many people. The people who are in this analysis paralysis, all they wanted was to be happy. All they wanted was to be free from the pain of the past. And guess what? That's a wish card. Closing the door on past pain and opening the door to the future for happiness. Wow, that's beautiful energy, guys. Okay, so I'm going to pull one card from the Hawaiian Healing Intentions deck. We'll wrap this up. Baby, 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 I love that card. So anyways, if you guys saw the reading for, I posted it yesterday, the cards of the day reading for today, the new moon in Aries. I titled it the New Moon in Aries Tarot Scope. Cards of the day, March 4th. The name of the horoscope and the tarot scope is I Am Powerful. Look at that. Mana. Divine power, life force, true power. My intention is to embody my true power and to allow the uninterrupted flow of life force available to me from my higher self, the natural world, and divinity. True power has nothing to do with force or having power over another. To be empowered means to be authentically aligned with your soul's calling, your life force, your heart, the natural world, and divinity. Aligning fully with all that you are and releasing all that you are not liberates you. Freedom! Liberates you from needing validation and supports you to be authentic, whole, and powerful. All right, guys. I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow.